Good morning everyone. It's been a really early start to the day. I actually recorded this first segment whilst I was still in the car and then came back into the studio only to find that it didn't record properly, so I'm recording it again. So I will backtrack and tell you what I've already recorded to camera once already. It's a very early start for me. Well, I say very early start, 6 AM I was up, which is pretty normal for me anyway. But I had to get ready extra quickly. I had like 15-20 minutes to get ready, and then I had to drop my daughter to school. So I did that. She's got a business trip to some business and economics centre in London. She's actually studying economics and business and hopes to do a degree in that. So I'm thinking she's got her head screwed on. I'm hoping she has anyway. So she's got this trip to London. Super excited for her on that. Very, very sunny outside. Almost run out of petrol, so I've got to get some petrol later, so I've got that planned in for when I go out a little bit later today. And I've also got the weekend Q&A video to edit next, so I'm going to grab myself a cup of tea and get that done. And then also this week is extremely busy. I mentioned it to you in lots of videos before, but I'm transforming the editing room, and this week I've got 3 deliveries and also some more preparation to do. I'm hoping to almost complete the editing room this week, and then I'm just waiting on one more item the following week to install, and a delivery tomorrow, and then it should be complete. I've done a lot of preparation over the weekend anyway, so it's looking good, and I'm not going to show it to you. I'm very, very tempted to show you the work in progress, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it as a surprise. So let's get on with making the cup of tea and then get on with the editing. So that's the editing done, and now I'm just grabbing an energy boost because I'm about 4 hours into my day so far. Got my mango slices, absolutely addicted to them, as you'll know if you watched the weekend Q&A video. And now I'm just doing some more planning. When the editing room is complete, I'm really planning on doing more live streaming. So I'm looking for like a laptop stand because I want to have something that's sort of semi-portable that I can just pull out and set up for live streaming very quickly and not have to reconnect cables all the time, have the webcam in position every single time I pull this sort of unit out. So I'm looking for some sort of laptop stand, laptop trolley, maybe on wheels, doesn't necessarily have to be on wheels. So if you know of anything that might sort of suit that, it's got to be about, I would say, about sort of 80 centimetres high, something like that. Then let me know in the comment section below. All of your recommendations are always interesting to look through anyway. So if you know of any really good laptop stands, preferably something nice and solid, maybe a wooden stand of some sort, then do let me know. So it's now mid-afternoon and I fancied a cup of tea. I've been busy still sort of ordering stuff. I found something else that I need for the editing room, and so I've ordered that in as well. But anyway, let's grab a cuppa. I'm going to have to do this one-handed. I don't know why I just suddenly thought I use filtered water, and I don't know if any of you use filtered water, but I'd be really interested to hear. I use one of these, I'll show you, one of these, what are they, Britax filters for the water, and I don't know why I do that, but I've always used one as long as I can remember. Perhaps it's because my mum uses one. I don't know. My mum uses one, my sister uses one. Don't think my brother uses one, but yeah, I don't know, some people say they're a waste of time, but I think it makes the water taste better. Seems to take away some of the chlorine taste in the water. But anyway, I also wanted to share with you that I've been ordering up yet some more items for the editing room. I found that I needed an Ethernet adapter for my MacBook Pro. I don't know why. I've got all these technical specifications and information going round and round in my head all the time. I stood over here because the kettle was so loud, and I realised that I always thought that my Retina MacBook Pro had an Ethernet connector in it, and of course it doesn't, so I've got to get an adapter. But anyway, let's just tip this. This is really difficult. Why on earth didn't I think of putting the camera down somewhere? I've got it on my X-Shot, sort of extending arm for the camera, and I completely forgot that I was going to make a cuppa. There we go. Let's go for a green cup of tea, green tea with lemon. It's amazing how much easier it is with 2 hands to do these things, but still. There we go. How many cups of tea actually do you drink a day? I seem to drink a lot of cups of tea. I try and have at least maybe 4 to 6 big glasses of water a day, and I should probably drink more than that. And I also have I have 1 cup of caffeinated tea in the morning. I used to always drink normal tea, like with caffeine in, for every single drink that I had throughout the day. But now I've changed it so that I just have 1 cup of regular tea in the morning, and then I have either green tea with lemon, or I have decaffeinated tea for the rest of the day. And I probably have about 2 or 3 decaffeinated teas, and about 3, maybe sometimes 4 green tea with lemon as well as the 4 to 6 glasses of water. So I'd be really interested actually what you actually drink, whether you drink a lot of caffeine. A lot of people drink a lot of coffee, and I went through a stage when I was living in New York and I would drink a lot of coffee, probably, or I consider to be a lot of coffee, probably 4 to 6 cups of coffee a day, sometimes more than that. I'd say 8 maximum though. And I found that I would get the shakes, I'd have the shakes. So I sort of stopped drinking coffee whilst I was still out in America, and I did have withdrawal symptoms from it. I really did. Even more shakes, but then they gradually went away. And then I don't hardly ever drink coffee. I have the occasional cappuccino, and that's it. Rest of the time it's just tea. So anyway, this tea has now brewed. Let me just take this tea bag out. Milo is sniffing around. Hello, Milo. Hello. Oh, you haven't seen Milo for a long time on camera. Look, there he is. Hello, Milo. There's a good shake. Milo is really funny. Look, there we go. He's having a scratch again. We found a flea on him, and he has all his flea medication. He's just had his top up for his flea stuff, and he gets shampooed regularly. And all the house has been done, hasn't it? He's funny, he is actually, because whenever I speak, he's actually sitting still at the moment, but normally, whenever I speak to him, especially when I've got the camera, look, he's doing this funny little smile, look. Are you smiling? Are you smiling? Hey? You giving us a smile? Well, there we go, he's done it. So you bend down to talk to him, and he does exactly the same. Stop licking me. He does exactly the same when you're trying to take a photo of him. He always comes right towards the camera. Perhaps you can see his little reflection sometimes in the lens. But he just goes straight to the camera, so you never get a good photo of him. Get off my feet. Get off. But anyway, that's the cup of tea done, so I'm going to get on with just ordering up this Ethernet adapter for the rest of the MacBook Pro. So I'm just running an errand. Got a parcel to pick up from somewhere, and I just also had to go to a post office as well, and not a lot normally gets me annoyed, but there is one thing that really does get me annoyed and frustrated, because my time's very valuable to me. I hate queuing in the post office. Now, the lady that I go in to see in the post office is very, very nice. I feel really sorry for her actually, because when it gets busy, she's all by herself, and the queue builds up, and then she has to deal with sort of angry customers, and obviously I never get angry to her because it's not her fault. In a way, I just wish that the sort of manager or owner of the post office would just put more staff on, because it's not something that happens just on occasion. Very, very often, and I mean very often, you queue for a long, long time. Now, that's not to say that that's just that particular post office you queue at. We tend to queue everywhere. Even when I go into one of the main post offices, there tends to always be a queue. And I really think it's down to these businesses having to really be careful with their staffing levels. But it does affect customer service. It's a shame. It is a shame. There is a saying, I don't even know who made up the saying, that we are a nation of queuers. And that is very, very true. It's extremely true. We do queue a lot in the UK, and we never complain. Well, I say never, we're not known for complaining. So, But still, today, let's go back to something more positive, even though I'm not that annoyed really. Today started off a very sunny day. It's now, what time are we? 3:20 in the afternoon. And it's come over all cloudy. It's been raining a couple of times. And it looks very gloomy again. It looks as though we're going to get some wind coming back tonight and some rain as well. It never seems to stop raining. And in the studio, we've got a real problem actually in that particular room. The external walls have got so wet, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the walls or the rendering outside, but they've got so wet because we've just had so much rain lately that it's coming through. I think the mortar beds are absolutely drenched in the wall, and that's caused it to actually come through and show through on the wallpaper, which is fairly new wallpaper. And as you know, I only did the studio about a year ago, so it's fairly new paint as well. So it's a shame that it's gone gone that way so quickly. And the weather has just been appalling. As everyone knows, in the UK, we've had so much rain, and it's very unpredictable across the whole of the world, really. The weather and the seasons are all completely out of tune. I mean, I was thinking we're heading towards spring, but it's got very cold again today, so it could even be that we're going to actually get some sort of ice and snow. So that's the parcel collected, and this is actually one of the places. I've looked at about 4 or 5 different locations, and this is one of the places I looked at offices before. And as I was coming up to that roundabout, I encountered a foreign driver. You know, I think it was a French car, and she went completely on the wrong side of the roundabout, drove straight towards me. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, so I just picked up a parcel. I think it's it looks like some review products, probably cases, I think, on this one. I didn't recognise the sender, so I'll have a look at that when I get back to the office. So now I've just got to run another errand, and then it'll be back to the studio to actually just do a little bit of editing. I've got one bit of editing to do, and I'm really excited actually to share this particular video with you, because I want to make a real sort of, it's wrong to say an extra effort, because I put effort into all of my videos and I'm very passionate about it. But I just wanted to share a little bit more with you. I love the feedback that I get from the videos. And I've had a few people say, oh, we want to see you when you go out and about. And yeah, I always will do that. What you've got to understand is that the weather has been so abysmal lately that I haven't been going out and about much. It's been just horrible. And a lot of people just stay in unless they really have to go out. So that's why you haven't seen a lot of me actually going out and about and running errands. Because the last thing I want to do when it's pouring with rain is take the camera outside, get myself wet and the camera wet. So I'll have to invest in a waterproof housing if the weather doesn't improve. I joke. So anyway, let's get this errand done, and then we can get back in the nice warm studio. Yes, I've done the errand running, and the parcel that I got, super exciting product, really awesome. I'm going to share it with you now. This is it. It is a one-way extension lead with a 2-meter cable. How awesome is that? So it's now early evening, and I'm going to actually not record another segment today, purely because I want to relax this evening, spend a bit of time with my wife. She's been working extremely hard lately, so this is one of the evenings where we can spend some time together because she has a reasonable sort of finish time from work. And we're also going to cook some nice food as well. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. I'm just going to sit back and just quickly catch up on some emails before I start cooking. And I will probably cook, I think, chicken, and I might even do breaded chicken tonight. Breaded chicken and rice and beans. I think that sounds really nice. So let me know what you're having for dinner. Do that in the comments, and if you can, please hit that like button. I really do appreciate it when you hit the like button. It really helps me out a lot. So I'll see you all again in tomorrow's video. Thanks so much for watching the video. If you'd like to watch another amazing video from me, please do click that top box. And if you want to subscribe to my geeky channel, click the red box on the bottom of your screen now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.